What up, though, One Pride? This is the Roar of the Lions UK podcast, the podcast where One Pride goes worldwide. My name is Anthony Fitzpatrick. I am the Brit with grit, and this is Prospects of the Round Table. This is my new series where we are going to be taking a look through the tape for some of my favourite prospects from the 2026 NFL Draft, or prospects that have been requested by our listeners. But yes, King Arthur used to do it by having his Knights of the Round Table, the ones he entrusted most as his advisors and his brotherhood. They're me. I have my prospects. These are guys who are going to sit at my tables, the one I will stand for until the very end, and hopefully Brad might at least draft one of them this year, because he never has done in the past. You will recall I did something similar last year. You guys seem to enjoy the videos then, but as always, if you have any feedback on the format of these, how they're done, or maybe people you'd like to see, whatever, just leave them in the comments below. I will take all feedback on board, as you know. Right, let's get all that happy stuff out of the way. We are going to dive straight down into this, and as you can probably see on the ticker at the bottom, I've put these little notes in there so people, understand what I'm on about if they come in halfway through the video. But the first prospect we will be profiling for the 2026 NFL Draft is the safety AJ Haulcy from the LSU Tigers, or as he more commonly likes to be known, Mr. Give Me That, because he loves to take the ball away from you so much. But those of you who have watched the pod and the college pod over the years, you will know my long association with safeties. I love safety play. We think back to Richie Grant, we think back to Reed Blankenship, we think back to Kyle Hamilton, JL Skinner. There is nothing that I love more than a good hard-hitting, thumping, ball-hawking safety. And after a little bit of a lull with that in the 25 draft, we are back in the 2026 draft with a safety prospect whom I just adore. He is consensusly a little bit over the place at the minute. He is ranked as a top 50 prospect into this upcoming draft cycle, but he is Mel Kiper's 7th ranked safety in this draft class, which I'm going to tell you now is a load of baloney. And when you're done watching this film, I challenge you to go find 6 better safeties in this draft than him. It just doesn't exist. Anywho, going through his specific stats and stuff first. 48 career games for AJ Haulcy. He has been a career starter ever since he was a freshman. He started his collegiate career at New Mexico, played 12 games there as a freshman, transferred to Houston, played 24 games there, and then spent his final year at LSU in the SEC. He was an all-SEC performer this year, and he is the type of prospect I love. Started in the Group of 5, worked his way up to the lesser Power 4, then went up to the big Power 4, and at every single stop, he has shown that he can make the adjustment in skill required, which bodes well for when they come up to the NFL. And he's played 12 games every single season. He is the epitome of durability, and when you see how he plays, you're going to wonder what he's made of, because he loves to play hard. He has 2,823 career snaps, 1,383 of those at free safety, 1,030 in the box. He's got 369 reps at slot corner, and he's got minimal snaps on the defensive line and outside corner as well. His career stats: 351 tackles, a sub 12% missed tackle rate over his career, 81 run stops, 2 batted passes, 4 forced fumbles. In terms of targets, he's given up 78 targets on 113. He's given up 78 receptions on 113 targets, which is 69% for his career, although it was 60% in 2025. It's something he's improved on massively. 10 interceptions and 15 pass breakups. That is why they call him Mr. Give Me That, because he will take the ball away from you if you test him. His career 75 plus grade against the run every single year he's played. He is an extensive special teamer as well. So before we go into the video, what do we look for with safeties? What are we looking, what attributes are we trying to find to see how they translate to at the NFL level? Well, 5 major ones. Their coverage. How good are they in coverage? They're in the secondary. They need to be good in coverage, right? Ball skills. Their ability to be a playmaker. So, can you get the ball? Are you good at breaking up passes? Are you good at getting interceptions? All that sort of stuff there. Tackling and run support. You have to be heavy against the run. You are the last line of defense. You are the one who has to come up into the box and make all those big tackles. Are you durable? Is your tackling form good? And more importantly, can you deal with the run game? Because a lot of DBs coming out of college just can't. You're looking for the IQ and the communication skills. You are the free safety a lot of time. You are the last man on the field. You have to be able to communicate well. You have to be able to read and react, because you are covering a lot of the field by yourself sometimes. So your ability to read plays before they've even happened is critical at the next level. And to piggyback onto that, athleticism. You have a lot of ground to cover when you are a safety. Can you cover the athletic ability required for it? Because, you know, you sometimes are a lot heavier as a safety. You could be 230. Not these 190 skinny cornerbacks. You are 230. You're still going to be expected to run like a track runner as well. So do you have the athletic skills to be able to, translate into the NFL? And I've also put down here for me durability, specifically with the Detroit Lions. Our DBs have not been durable in recent years. I'm looking for guys in college who are battle-hardened, battle-tested, injury-resistant. Obviously, in the NFL, anything can happen, but you are looking for durability aspects here. And immediately, AJ Haulcy ticks that box. 48 career games, 12 games every season. He's done his 4 years. He's out. He's coming to the NFL now. Specifically with him, my scouting report after this, these are the things we are going to be looking at for him. So his pros. The controlled aggression that he plays with is exactly what you need at the next level. He is outstanding in run defense for the most part. One of his prize assets here. The takeaways galore. Obviously, 10 interceptions, 15 PBUs, 4 forced fumbles. The guy can take the ball away from you there. His closing speed is phenomenal. We're going to see plenty of examples of that here. And his IQ is outstanding. The ability to read plays, position himself correctly on the field. It just shows up again and again and again. Even on plays where he doesn't actually contribute much, you're still watching him on what he's doing, and it just shines through there. A couple of the things that do work against him that are going to have to at the next level that we will see as well. With high IQ players, guys who are aggressive, who can jump things, is prone to a little bit of over-aggression at times. But it can be tapered. It's not too bad. But you will see the over-aggression in his game. And his feet when it comes against speed threats. Obviously, again, safety is a bit heavier, a bit clunkier. A lot of them have problems with speed guys coming up to the NFL and just into that. And there are some examples on tape of him here where you will see that. But overall, I absolutely love this guy. And if he starts sliding a la Brian Branch into round 2, early round 3, etc., the Lions need a safety. We got a lot of issues with Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, and their injury history and the depth behind is thin. If he's there and the value's there, I would absolutely look at taking this guy. But I want to introduce you to him first, and then you can see what he's all about. So the tape we're going to be watching today is of him this year at LSU, and this is when Texas A&M came to town. This is great film. Let me just get my notes aside. We're going to dive in, and I shall see you on the other side. Let us get this up and running. So as I say, this AJ Haulcy versus Texas A&M from this season. Starting off, first play of the game, LSU have had their first drive, and it's punted away. LSU defense is on the field. This is a run play. And immediately we see what his game is about. Identifies this play immediately. You can see him pointing to where the run is going, to his free safety. Watch how he finds the gap, gets low and anchors and completely stuffs the runner. This is terrific run defense. We're going to run it through in full speed once. So here you see him at the bottom of the screen. And watch when the play happens. Arms out, pointing where the run's going. Gets in position. Big tackle and just stops the runner in his tracks. It's really good stuff from him here. Just going to look back at it and we're just going to stop the play as and when it goes just to show you. So again, he's here at the bottom of the screen. And just watch snap is done and watch him there. Arms out, pointing to his free safety. Runs going to the left, runs going to the left. And what I love so much about him is he doesn't run into traffic. He keeps himself in space. He gets to the gap where he needs to. And then he's there to stop the run. Just watch how he comes across. Here he is. Linebacker's got a blocker on him. Everyone else is blocked up. AJ Haulcy, the free man here. The runner's coming through the middle. Just watch how he gets low. Bang! No yak. Runner can't go forward because he's completely jammed into spot. I love this here. There you see him, number 13 on the right. And just watch how he just comes in, sees the gap. Bang. That's exactly what you want there right away. As I say, you're looking for you're looking for the IQ. Can he diagnose where the run's going? Can he keep himself free? And bang, that's exactly the type of run support you want. It's hard, it's physical, it's executed perfectly, and the runner gets no yards after contact. Second play here. So we have a pass play. You're going to see him matched up against Ostrom, the Texas A&M tight end. He drops into coverage. Ostrom with a slight shimmy gets him off balance, cuts inside for separation. The ball is thankfully thrown elsewhere. And this is just a little bit of what I mentioned. Sometimes the feet can be a little bit funny with him. We'll run it through in full speed. So you got Ostrom at tight end at the bottom here. You're going to see him come up. Just gives him a little shimmy, just gets him off balance, and this separation there, but the ball obviously goes across field to another receiver. But there's just a few examples here, just where you can see the feet are a little lacking. If I can get this is back to the first play, we'll just run through this very quickly. So yeah, sorry, here we go. So 2nd and 8. We can just see here, just up at strong safety. Ostrom out, and then just kind of look, he's falling backwards at this point. Ostrom just cuts in. Haulcy's just falling backwards just a little bit, off balance, gets that separation that he needs there, and, you know, the feet can sometimes be a little bit of an issue with him. And this is where it's usually against speed threats you see this come up, but this is one aspect of his game where he just needs to just improve it a little bit. Just sometimes the angles are a little bit finicky. You can see Haulcy at the top here, the separation Ostrom's got. Thankfully it doesn't go in that direction for Haulcy. This third play here, this is just a run play. He's back at free safety. Not going to be involved in this one, so we'll just let this one go straight through. So it's a run play that's stuffed pretty quickly. Nothing really in there for him. And this is a good Texas A&M offense he's up against, I might add as well. So we're looking at level of competition. This is a good team. Texas A&M almost won the SEC this year before that last-minute loss against, that last game loss against Texas. So the plays he's making here are against some really good athletes. Right, this one is a pass play. He's at free safety. You see him, he drops back, sticks his foot in the ground and drives when he sees the screen thrown. The receiver breaks the initial tackle but is then taken down. But you see Haulcy covers a long distance to get into place to help. So this is an example of a play where he's not actually involved, but you want to see his movement. What's he doing? You're just going to see him. He's going to drop back, and the second Reed throws this screen down to the bottom of the field, you're going to see him break and make a play on the ball, and how quick he gets there as well. So you see, drop back, throw comes across. Look how he breaks, coming across, tackle is made. It's made there, but look where Haulcy is. He's right there to make the play if he needs to. He's covered that ground from the free safety spot. And he wasn't even at full speed here, to be fair. But you can see, it's good decisions. Reed's ball in hand, and you can see, as soon as that throw's made, I don't know if you can see it here, but it's just about his read and reaction skills. As I say, you can see here, and look, Reed's now gone to look at his screen option there. He's no longer looking downfield. There he goes. Before the throw's even made, Haulcy's making his move across. So it's a good pass out, and look just how effortlessly he covers that field there. And again, he's not even at full speed. You will see some tremendous examples of his speed later on. But I'm just looking for little bits like that. His ability to read and react pretty quickly, which is good there. Right, next up we have another pass play. He's at free safety. This is a tremendous pass breakup from Haulcy. So this is where we really see the IQ with him. He drops down right to cover his teammates up top, but watch how he never takes his eyes off the quarterback. The quarterback rolls out opposite field to AJ. He sees the tight end who has leaked out the back on his own. The tight end cuts right to the perimeter to give his QB an option. AJ sees the throw, unleashes crazy closing speed to jump the tight end and knock the ball to the ground. This is superb work. So you see him at free safety here. Got two receivers up at the top. Initially he's going to drop back to the right just to cover these two guys, provide cover for his two teammates at the top. But you're watching the tight end at the bottom here, how he's just going to leak out the back of the LSU defense. And then as the quarterback rolls to the bottom, the tight end is going to roll with him, try and provide an option for his QB. And you're going to see Haulcy haul ass all the way from the other side of the field, get in and break up the play. We'll watch it straight through first and you'll see. So watch, drops back to cover his team. He's watching the QB, tight end has come out, across he goes, bang. What a play that is from AJ Haulcy. Now we're going to just watch that a little bit slower motion. So watch what he's doing. There he is. Free safeties, you want to be observant. Watch him, he's rolling, but look. He's covering the two at the top here, but look where his head is. Watching the QB. Roll it on a bit further. Watching the QB. Sees the QB is rolling out. Now look, tight end has just leaked out the back here, and all these LSU defenders are going to clear out and come up for the running back. And watch here. Haulcy sees the tight end. QB's rolled out. I think it's Ornstrom here is going to dive down into this gap to give an option, and just look at how quickly the ball is out here just by 6. Still got 3 yards to go to catch him, and just look how he breaks on that and comes across and makes the PBU. That is tremendous football. You can see it even better from here. We'll run it full speed here. Haulcy's not even on the screen now. You can just see him right at the edge, comes across, look at the tight end right in front, big leaping dive. And we watch it a bit slower here. So Haulcy's all the way over on the left here, right in the top corner. Marcel Reed is still in the pocket, but watch Haulcy. He's watching. He is watching. His head is not anywhere else. And see, he's rolling. He's already moving forward. And look where his head is now. Head is on the tight end. Can see the QB rolling out. Tight end is there. He's ID'd it. All these defenders are coming up for the quarterback. It's going to clear out. And just look how quick he closes. That closing speed is insane for him. Did I even say how big he is? I will have to give out his... you'll have to excuse me. But yeah, absolutely wonderful play there from AJ. Again, we'll just show it you once more from this back view in full speed. Reed comes across and just look how he effortlessly, across field, bang. That is what I want my free safety to be capable of, and he does play a lot stronger in this game as well, but his IQ is completely suited to playing at free. We have a rushing play touchdown here where he's at free safety, and now this is where we're talking about the feet with quicker guys. So he drops to cover the Y receiver, gets in a little bit of a tangle with that, but then you're going to see Marcel Reed. He is going to completely break contain and runs into fully empty field. Haulcy has to haul ass across field to come and try and take him out, but it's one-on-one between the QB and the safety. He takes quite a narrow angle for me, which he overshoots as well, and Reed's just able to cut back inside past his dive and houses it. It's always going to be difficult one-on-one for a safety, but I just wish the angle was a little different here from Haulcy. So you're going to see him He's dropped back at free safety there. He is going to be on the Y receiver. Coming out the top here. Not Y receiver, probably more of a Z. But anyhow, you'll see. We'll play it through. So look how he drops. Comes across to the man there. Kind of overshoots that a little bit. Reed breaks contain. Haulcy just coming right across field. Takes a narrow angle. Bit too far. Dives desperately to try and keep Reed out the end zone. But he's not able to... Hang on, that's the play before. So, as you can see here, dropping deep to help cover the receiver. Again, watching the QB. You see his head is all the way back. He's always watching. Always likes to keep that ball in view. So it has to turn his back very briefly. You can see him here again. Heads around. You can see Marcel Reed's breaking contain. It's good speed. Watch how quickly he gets over. But just look, he's running straight down to the perimeter. I'd like to see him take more of an angle inwards here to make Marcel Reed decide. And you can see that here he's just ran straight. He's overshot it a bit. Marcel Reed can just dive back inside. In fairness, he gets the corner as well. So it's not just AJ here. One dive, two dive in. It's a great touchback. I actually did a live stream for this game. So those of you who watched the Texas A&M LSU live stream, you'll have heard me talk about this a little bit already. But that was tremendous play from Marcel Reed. But you can see it from here as well. You see obviously AJ back at the free safety spot. And this isn't going to be relevant till the end. But there he is. And you see, even here, eyes on the QB. He's not just following the receiver with his back to the ball like the corner is. Eyes. Where's the QB? So again, I like the recognition. This is the IQ of him. This is the good stuff you're seeing, even on plays where he gets shown up a little bit. But always looking for the ball. Covers a lot of ground quickly. But again, he's running straight. He thinks Marcel Reed's running to the pylon. I would just love to see him take a little bit more of an angle inside. That way, Reed has to make a decision and he can kind of go either way now. There's a corner on the inside. Maybe Haulcy's thinking he can corral him out here. But Reed's just too quick. Despairing dive. Touchdown. I don't want to read too much into that. That is a tough play for any safety to make, to bring someone down of Marcel Reed's caliber and athleticism one-on-one. Just little nitpicky things there probably. But still great recognition from him, and you're going to hear me say that all this game. Next up, we've got a run play. He's down at the free safety. Watch how he watches the handoff like a hawk. As soon as he sees the running back with the ball in hand, he crashes down well. He avoids the ref, completely stonewalls the runner with another tough low tackle that's executed perfectly. This is great run defense from him. We're going to see it through in full speed first. See him down here at free safety. He watches this handoff like a hawk, and then watch, crashes down, avoids the ref, down he goes. Good solid tackle. Just about another yard, but the running back is flying. You can see it well from here as well. Haulcy's just behind the posts. But he comes down, avoids the ref, gets low, takes the runner down. That's the kind of hard hitting you want to see from your safety. But let's just watch it a little closer here, just to watch him and what he's doing. So as I say, watch here. Watch how he doesn't commit. So he stays. Still here, not committed. Watching the handoff very patiently. Now, sees the running back's got the ball. Not even past the line of scrimmage. And already you can see him crashing down. Sidesteps the ref. Literally in his way, and the running back's coming at him. Sidesteps, but watch here. Gets low. Great tackle. Running back gets an extra yard, but he is absolutely flying. But that's a perfect way to bring him down. That is the hard-hitting, run defensive play you want to see from your safety. Just again, watch here how quick this happens. IDs, sidesteps the ref, down he goes, heavy tackle. Good play there. And you just see this again and again and again from him. The tackling is so impressive. No reason he's got a sub 12% missed tackle rate in college, and that's come down year on year. Next up, we got a pass play. He's at the strong safety here. He's matched up on the tight end who goes in motion. He passes him off to the other safety and moves to free safety. It's good organisation from him. Tracks the slot receiver and is ready to break on a pass to him if needs be, but it never comes. So we talk about organisation of a safety. Is he good at organising? So you're going to see him here. He's coming up. So watch. He's got the man in motion, hands up, Signalling to the other safety, this guy is yours now. And watch how that other safety just rolls up, moves into the strong safety spot. And just watch here, Reed in the pocket, he's looking down in this direction, but just watch at this breaking route here, down the middle, a little break inside, and just look how he's starting to come in here. This is one good option for him. If he gets a yard, he's ready to break down on this route, or he can come down on Conception on the bottom. But the ball goes out and bounces down to the right hand side. Eventually no good, but this is his ball hawking ability. This is where he's always looking to get his hands on the football, and I really like this. You can see him, again, look at him, directing traffic, hands up in the air, directing the safety to go with the man in motion, organising it really well. And it's just how he watches the ball. So again, he's watching, look, head is never off, always looking, always watching, and then priming to throw. Runs coming across here. Look how he's already breaking into the middle here, just in case that ball comes down the centre. He's already breaking inside, but it ends up just going out for the screen there. But for me, again, he doesn't really do anything on the play, but I'm watching, what he's doing. He's ready to make a play and help his teammates there if need be. You see him ready to break on the football, and the closing speed he has, which we've not really seen yet, but you will, is phenomenal. You can see why he's so good. Got a 2nd and 10 here. We've got another run play at strong safety. He follows the tight end out wide, but never takes his eyes off the quarterback, who keeps it so he can crash down on the run and help take down the QB. This is really good. We'll watch it. It looks like he neshes the tackle here from this view, but when you see it from the second view, he helps tackle. So you're going to see him up at strong. He's on this tight end here. Rolls out with him. QB keeps it. Watch him crash down. Both of them tackle there. Now, it looks like he neshes the tackle initially. And I thought he neshed it. But if you watch here, he can see that his teammate's already on top of the QB. So he gets down low and helps bring him down. You can see there. Teammate's already making the tackle. He's down low. Both help to get him down. But what I love, and reading it from the other view, when I can get back there, 4:55, 4:38, oh, 4:38, oh, here we go, this is the right one, sorry. So you see him, he's just going to creep up here, tight end's his, and watch how he rolls out wide with the tight end, but look where his head is. His head's on the QB, not even looking at the tight end and where he is. Not even looking. Tight end's still here making a run. His head on the QB. And instantly he realises it's a QB keeper. And watch him crash down and help make the tackle. Against dual threat mobile quarterbacks, don't turn your back. He's in coverage. He's good coverage whilst maintaining eye contact with the quarterback. Again, this is where I love the IQ aspect of it. He's keeping the ball in his field of vision, so he knows how best to make a play on it. That's what I love from my safeties. So yeah, for me, it's just a really good play from him here. As I say, you can see him just at free, just moves up. Onston's just going to shake out to the side. Watch him go, but he never takes his eyes off the QB, and up he comes to make the play. Say tackling form could maybe a tidbit better there, but yeah, I'm not going to. You've seen his tackle ability so far. I'm not going to take points off him for that. This next one's a pass play. He's brought up for the safety blitz. I think this is the only time we see this, but LSU get burnt badly on this one, and AJ gets a paw in his face from the right guard for his trouble. You're going to see just at the bottom here, it shows so much blitz here. You're going to see him try, but Reed's going to throw it out to the left, and it's going to be a big chunk play. Not really Haulcy's speciality, getting to the QB, and you can see the blitz is beaten, makes his man miss in open field. Good play. It's Casey Conception, and that just makes me cry every time. Here he is, just next to Spider Cam. And you'll just see him for his trouble. up against the right guard, I think it is 55. He's just going to get a bear paw into his face for his trouble. There you go. Big hand in the face. Balls out quick. There was not really much he could have done about that, but AJ doesn't really do... I think he's got like 5 career pressures on the QB. It's not really his thing per se. Next one, we got 3rd and 8. This is a run play, and he's at free safety. He's motioned into the slot against Mario Craver, but he ends up on Bethel Roman, who's at the X. Reed takes off. You see AJ fight through Roman's block to try and get to him, but is a shade late to make the tackle. But he loves to fight. You're going to see him. He's going to move up here into the slot. Watch. Craver's in motion. And again, organisation. He's bored up into the slot here, but he's going to be on Roman Hemby. The corner's going to come inside onto Craver. And you can see here he's kind of marshalling the run from Craver and settling on Roman Bethy as well. Sorry, Bethel Roman. And then Roman runs, and you can see he's up at the top here. He's going to make a move across. Gets a tackle. Big paw in the face of Bethel Roman. He loves to get physical with these receivers. Just a bit too late to make the tackle himself, but it's still decent. But again, watch the organisation. Across. Got Craver there in his sights. Corner comes across. You'll see him just appear off the left-hand side of the screen in a minute. Here he is. Nice big shove past the receiver block. Works his way off it. Just a little too late to make the tackle there, but I like the physicality still. We got a run play again now. He's going to be at strong safety. He starts at free safety, but when the motion man pulls the defender away, he moves up to strong safety. When he sees Le'Veon Moss with the ball, watch him crash down again. Takes a big hit from Chase Besontis, the left guard, but he fights through it. He holds the edge. It forces Moss inside to be tackled. This is really good play here from him. Doesn't make the tackle, but he holds the edge to force the running back inside. You can see him here at free safety, but the motion man's going to take this defender out the equation, so he's going to move up and just watch. We'll watch it through quickly. You can't see it as much here, but watch how he watches, gets to the edge, gets the big hit, still has the edge, and forces Moss inside to be tackled. You can see it better from this side. Haulcy's just at the top here. He's going to get motioned across. See, motion man goes, he steps up, good recognition from him, and watch eyes very intently again on the handoff. Where's the handoff? And now you can see him hitting the edge. Running back is heading to the edge. Besontis, number 71 here. Look at the hit he lands on him. Just bang, catches him flush. Looks like he's out the play here, Haulcy. But just watch towards the end. Here he is. Guarding the edge. The running back has no more room to go outside. Haulcy's fought through the tackle on the edge, and the tackle's allowed to be made on the running back. That's just so good from him. Watch it in full speed. And just see how quick he reacts. So up he comes. Watches the handoff. There he goes. Puts the foot down through the block. Helps make the tackle. Again, it's really good run defense and shows that even when he does get got by some of these offensive linemen, he is capable of fighting through contact to still help make a play there. Next up, we've got a pass play where he's back at free safety. He is up against Terry Busey at the X. The pass is fizzed in. It's a good catch. But this is one of the first examples we'll see of Haulcy over-committing to the outside, and Busey breaks inwards past him. But one of his plus points is he is aggressive, but he's got great recovery. He's got great recovery ability, and you'll see the recovery tackle to trip him down and stop it being a bigger gain here. So he's going to be up against Busey, I believe is number 2 right on the edge here. And just watch, he's going to crash down on the throw. Just take a bit too much of an angle. Watch him. Goes, tries to get through, just overcommits, but look how he tabs him and brings him down. It's really good recovery there from Haulcy. But yeah, just sometimes these guys who have a really good sense for the ball can sometimes just pull their trigger a little bit too early or a little bit too much. But in Haulcy's case, He does it so rarely compared to the good stuff he does. You can see from the back here, it's a good throw from Reed. And look, Reed fizzes it in, and you can just see he's just taken a step too much outside. And look, he's a yard behind, and Busey's already got his foot to the pedal, and Haulcy's had to change direction completely. Look how he gets in, tags him, and helps bring him down. The running backs, the receiver's going down before Weeks makes the tackle there. Just show it you again a bit quickly. But look, it's great recovery. Busey has the ball in hand. Just nice lunging dive. He's got the athleticism to recover if he does overshoot a little bit. But yeah, that's just one of the examples where you will see him be a little too aggressive when it comes to it. We got another pass play here. He's on the free safety. He's assigned on Åström. You'll watch him work through traffic, sticks to him all the way to the end zone. This is good coverage. Like, the coverage is the one thing where you're about, it could be a little bit of a problem at the next level for him, but you can see that he's got the ability to do what he needs to. So you're watching Åström here, the tight end, just on the inside. You're going to see him leak. He's going to run sort of an out route and route to the sticks there. Haulcy is here. He's going to run through traffic of one of these receivers, and you'll see him stick to him. We'll play it in full here. So there's Haulcy, just to the top left of the ref. Watch him crash down. Tight end leaks out, gets through the receiver block, but look how he sticks to him like glue. And that's the play before. But we'll just see it again. And again, it's good speed, because Åström has a step on him initially. But as he's going into the end zone, there's nothing there for Reed to throw at all. So watch him come. Åström's just line out number 17 here. He's going to have to run through the receiver. You can see Åström's got a leg on him, but he's got the angle. It's perfect. And just watch how there is nothing there for Marcel Reed at all. Like, he is blanketed. Reed's obviously thrown it out in this direction, but there's nothing there for the tight end at all. And that's one of the big things you want in the league. Are your safeties good enough to track these bigger tight ends, these bigger running backs, those guys who are going to make those sort of plays? Answer is yes, he is. You'll see Haulcy just at the top here. So he's got to fight his way through a little bit of traffic. Åström here, 17. And just look there. Reed, the ball's out, but look, he's got nothing to aim at. Could say he's a little handsy, but they're both giving it to one another. For me, the coverage is really good there. And just sticks to him like glue into the end zone. And there's nothing to be had. We've got a run play here, which is not needed. So we'll just work through it. Oh, hello. I've gone a bit too far. Bit too far. Let's go back. Where are we? I've lost it. Fine, we'll just go through this run play that doesn't mean anything. He's at the free safety here, but he's not involved. Tackle's made before he can get there. So yeah, not really much to say on this one. We'll just wind through it. The next rep we are going to get is going to be a passing touchdown for Tamu. But again, for me, the coverage is good. So he's in the slot this time. He's matched up against Busey, the guy he had a problem with a minute ago, who is at the Y. He covers him well, but then he sees the QB roll out opposite field to him again. And Casey Conception, who's just allowed to run a go, is completely unmarked. Haulcy tries to get back across the end zone to cover, but it's too late. It's a really good throw from Reed to Concepcion for the touchdown. But still, for me, it's good recognition from AJ. We're looking at where he is on the play. So here he is. He's going to be matched up against Busey at the Y here, who's just going to sort of come across and run into the end zone. He covers him well, but then Conception is just going to run a go completely unmarked. We'll play it through first, again, as we always do. So watch as Busey comes across. It goes across with him, covers him well, but just in the middle on his own. Nobody there. We'll run it a bit slower. Where are we? Let's just try and get this right. I can't get these exactamundo. This is the play before where he has nothing to do with. This is one thing I can improve on. A more robust system at trying to get these plays done. properly. Let's say it's 3rd and 7. He's on Busey here. So watch, he drops. Busey comes across. Look where he is. He's in perfect position to make a play on the ball if he wants to. But then you see Reed break contain here. And look how he switches on a dime. He sees the QBs rolling out and look, leaves his receiver, breaks. Concepcion is just all on his own in the end zone. He tries to make it back across, but the throw's too powerful. If Reed takes another half a second, this is probably going to get picked. You can see it well from this angle. But again, watch. Haulcy in coverage. Look at his coverage. Right there, ready to break on the ball. Make an opportunity if Reed throws. But then Reed's on his way out. And look, he's already changing direction. Reed's only just leaving the pocket here. And there are players in his way. And you can see he's already identified that Reed has left the pocket. And you can see Concepcion's just having the time of his life on his own here. I think it's Concepcion anyhow. And look how he tries to make it, and he's just a split second too late. It's a good throw, it's a good catch. But for me, again, it's the recognition. He realised that very early and nearly made a play on the ball, despite being completely out of the play at that point. I'm looking at his eyes and where they're at, and for me, it's really good stuff. It's a pass play next. He is at free safety, and again, we're going to watch his ability to break on the ball. He's not involved here, but we're watching what he does again. It's the anticipation that he has. So let's say it's pass play, it's a free safety. Watch how he drops back and breaks on the ball when it's thrown, but he's not involved in the actual play itself. But this is just him anticipating. It's one of the things I really like about him. Hoping it's this one. So watch, you'll see him drop, and then you see stepping up to throw in the pocket is Reed coming in this direction, and look, he's breaking on the ball already, making his way across because he knows that's where it's coming. And when the ball arrives, it's short of him. And again, you may say there's not much to see there, but you're looking at what he sees, and you can see it really good from this angle. You're just going to see Haulcy backpedals, and look, about to step up into the pocket. And look, as he steps up, throwing arm, just about to throw. Haulcy's already on the move. He already knows where this is going. And the QB's not even thrown the ball yet. Ball's out. It's received here. And even if the receiver is standing, look how close Haulcy is to making a play. That receiver's going to catch it and get absolutely trucked. So it's anticipation again. Reading the QB's eyes and making a play on the ball early. So even if that was caught standing up, he's not going to make any more yardage than he's made there. So, yeah. For me, again, really good anticipation for the safety. This one is a botch snap, so we can roll right through it. We all love a good botch snap. In fact, there is a little bit of tape we can miss here, but hey! Let's move a little bit of it out of the equation. So it's 11:28 next. There's a dropped in. He's not involved in the next two plays, so we can move it forward a bit. Yeah, he's not involved in this one. A sack in the end zone. In fact, we'll just keep it here. This is the play beforehand. No, in fact, we're through. Right, we're at the next one. So this is another pass play. He's at strong safety. He's matched up on the tight ends who runs a shallow crosser. But you'll notice the running back's on a wheel. So he looks at the QB to see where it's going and just hesitates a moment. And the tight end gets it with lots of separation, but watch Haulcy's speed to work his way cross field to track him down and bring him down. It's a good gain, but we're seeing his athleticism on show here and his ability to track. We're just going to watch the play to start with. So Haulcy's just at the top here by the 30. The running back's going to run a wheel to the side here. The tight end's going to run a shallow crosser, and you're just going to see him hesitate a moment because he doesn't know if he needs to go for the running back or the tight end. Tight end comes across, gets the ball, and watch this speed of him to come across and take him down. It's a big gain. It's a good play design, to be fair. You'll see it better from the back view, but I just want to show you this here again to show you what he's doing. So as I say, at this point, running back's leaking out. Linebacker's a little late to it. Haulcy, again, watching the QB. Where's it going? If he dumps it off to the running back, he's in a position to make a play on the running back. But the tight end's coming across as well. You can just see how he takes his time, but the ball's thrown, and there is a lot of separation here. Out it goes, has to work his way through traffic, but just effortlessly sprints his way across the field. And we can see this from the back, and I'm just going to let it run in full time here. Just watch the closing speed here from him. You're just going to see him fly in from the left. There's the tight end, got it. Haulcy running across. Look how he outsprints everybody else. Bang, down he goes. It's a good game, but it is, again, great recovery skills. Just look where he is. Haulcy's here at the bottom. Tight end is, what, fully 10, 11 yards in front of him at that point. Probably more. With the ball in hand. And just look how he flies across the field. Boom. Nice big hit. It is a big gainer there, but that is the speed, the sideline to sideline speed I'm talking about with Haulcy. It's absolutely tremendous, and if you're covering big portions of the field, that's what you want to see from him. Now, whether the coverage was his fault to begin with, I'm not sure, but as I say, you can see why he hesitated at the moment. Because if that wheel would have been successful as well, that probably also would have been a very big gain. We've got a run play next, and he's up at strong. Patiently surveys for the ball and crashes down, avoiding the traffic to help finish the run stuff whilst maintaining the edge. So this is good run defense from him again. Watch it through. Patient, where is he at? In, helps finish off the run here. You can see him there just giving a good shove, but we'll take a look from the back view here because you can see it a little bit better. So here he is, just on the right. And again, watch how he just doesn't move. Not really moving, not really moving. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Not moving off spot, not getting hooked on a block like all these guys are here. You can see the ball's in the running back's hands. And watch how, here he is, maintaining the edge. Running back doesn't have a lane outside because Haulcy is watching the edge, forces the running back inside, into a load of traffic, and now he can get in the scrum and make a play on the ball. See, just for me, that's so good. Why have I gone back so far? Don't know why I've gone back so far there. Oh no, I've gone too far. Dang. Yeah, this is the play. We will improve on this in future, I promise. But yeah, again, I just love all the bits about it. Patient, breaks down, covers the edge, forces inside, helps his teammates make the tackle. That's what I want my safety doing. This is a pass play which he is not involved in, so we can roll through this if we want. Yeah, this is just a back view of this one. Just a pass out wide. You can see he's back here. He's not involved in this one at all. But he is involved in this play. This is another pass play where he's back at free. It's a great throw from Reed. It's a phenomenal one-handed catch by KC Conception. You see Haulcy has to cover a lot of ground and deal with a receiver block, but eventually helps to get him out of bounds and save the touchdown. And this is critical for what comes next. This is one of his best sections of the game. But you're going to see him at free safety here. Conception's on the bottom. No, Conception's, I believe, here. But we'll just watch it through in its entirety and then we'll slow it down as always. But you're going to see him drop back. Big throw over the top for Concepcion. And look where he is again, covering the field. Blocking off, has to deal with the block, but the corner comes across and helps him get him out of play. But it does certain things. We're just going to have to go to the end of this previous play so we can show you. But again, it's his athleticism covering the field. And yeah, it's a good block from the receiver on him. I think Conception's just this second one from the top here. But we'll just slow it. Look how he drops back. Again, eyes all over the quarterback. What's he doing? Where's he throwing? But because Reed dances around in the pocket for ages, you see AJ's like, where am I going? What am I doing? And eventually the throw's made. But look when the throw's made. AJ watching the QB, despite the fact he's been dancing everywhere. This is a beautiful throw across to KC Conception. Look at that catch. And he's got a route to the end here. But look, Haulcy already in motion, working his way across. And look how quick he gets there. The block is in, it just slows Conception down enough, comes off the block, and then the two of them take him out. Without Haulcy, that's a touchdown. Again, it's read and react. And as I say, he has to stay out there for a while. Watch. Reed holds. Look at that for a catch. That's just a one-handed grab there. But you can see Haulcy already hauling ass. Out wide. He blocks that path off, just stops Conception enough, and it gets him out of play. And you'll see why that matters in a minute, because you think, oh, this is going to be a touchdown. Well, we'll see. So again, it's just a pass play at the free safety. This is where his IQ really shines through. He is in the end zone on his own, top man here. Watch how he keeps his eyes glued to Marcel Reed and what he's doing. As soon as Reed's arm goes to throw, he breaks on the passing lane. And Reed's got to try and get it over to him, and as a result, he overthrows his target. So let's just show it through. And just watch. Back to Reed. Doesn't move. Eyes on it. Sees where the throw's going. Breaks. The throw is overthrown because he's got to get it over Haulcy. This is seen better from the back. But you can see him here, just next to the ref. And just watch. He's not moved. Where's Reed throwing? Reed comes across, gets his look. Arm goes to throw and look, he's already moving across. Ball's just coming out his hand. Haulcy is coming across. Reed's got to get it over him. And just watch. Overthrows his target. Almost makes a play on the ball. Reed does not get away with that twice. Now, this is a run play. He's not involved in the play, but he does a good job maintaining his edge. This is a run. So again, watch how he maintains the edge as the safety. In this situation, you see him just help finish off there. But you can see it from the back here. Haulcy, you're going to see him break down on the run as and when he knows where it's going. Again, doesn't move, sees the running back's got it, and look, these two guys, Haulcy, and I think that's Cooley, they have the edge. Running back can't come across because they're both on the edge. And you can see he's deliberately out there, so there's no opportunity to bounce out. And still here, maintaining his edge. Runner's just here. Cooley can go and make a tackle. Haulcy's there as backup. No one's getting through here. Again, I love the play. And then we get to 3rd down and 3, and Haulcy makes the biggest play of all. This is an interception, and this is why they call him Mr. Give Me That. This is such a high IQ play on a high pressure down. He reads Marcel Reed like a book, knows exactly where he's throwing, and as Reed throws, AJ's actually hidden behind the ref. He shoots out of his cover, he leaps like a salmon to pick off Reed in the end zone, then shows his wheels to return it 25 yards. It's brilliant. We'll watch it in full speed first and then go through it a bit slower, but watch him here in the end zone. Reed in the QB, QB throws, thank you, that's mine, off we go. Man's got wheels to get it back to the 25. It's a good tackle there. But you can see it really well from the back here. So again, Haulcy, right at the back. What's he doing? Reading. Marcel Reed is locked on his target there. And look, as he's throwing, Haulcy behind the ref. Whether Reed can't see him there or not, but look at Haulcy already breaking on the ball as it's about to come out. And then, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. See how he made the play a minute ago where he tried to float it over him? And he threw it too high up and it was out of bounds. Well, this time he gets a little bit more aggressive against AJ. It's still a good view from here as well. Just look how little he moves. But then you can see Reed is locked on where he's throwing. And just watch him shift across, shimmy across. Then the ball's in the air and bang, look at that speed. Just to snag that thing out the air. Could have knelt in the end zone. Maybe you give that as a thing against him. But he returns and you can see his wheels. It's just fantastic stuff. Just look, gently. And there he is, puts his hand out. I know where this ball's going. Gimme. I love AJ Haulcy. He is a fantastic player. 8 picks in his last 2 seasons, and you can see why there. The man has high IQ at the safety position. For me, he's got every attribute that you need. Next, we got a run play at the strong safety. He's does not committing to the scrum. He maintains his edge to force the running back inside to be tackled. And again, this is gap discipline when it comes to it's gap discipline. So you see him at the top here. And again, it may not look like he does much, but look how he's not involved in the scrum. He maintains the edge. The running back has to come inside. You can see it better from the back view. But a lot of guys rush into the scrum and then get hung up on blocks and they can't make a play. But watch him here. He's got the edge. Just in case. The running back is just here at the minute. He can bolt outside and you see him make a move to. You can see him. He's coming out there. But look, Haulcy still maintaining this edge. Now the running back's going to try and get a gap through these 3 offensive linemen bullying these guys here. And then he makes a break inside to help with the tackle. But that is good, disciplined edge defense against the run to force the running back inside. Or at least that's where the running back might have been going anyhow, but he's not got an option to go outside because he's going to run straight into Haulcy if he does. Next up, we've got a pass play where he's at strong. Again, this is another example of him just being a little too aggressive, but for all the good plays he makes, I can live with this. But it's a screen. He just overcommits a little too much to the outside, which allows him to be shielded off from the play. And it's a decent little gainer here. But you're going to see him just working his way up. You're just going to see him be a little too aggressive on the outside. And the runner comes inside there, and it's a good gainer. A good saving tackle, to be fair. But sometimes these guys who have really good triggers, they will just a little bit too much. And you'll see here, watch him. Screens out, his eyes light up, and just you see there, he's just committed a little too far. The runner's shielded behind his blockers and just darts back inside. It just allows Haulcy to be sealed off. But to be fair, it's a decent screen. It's well blocked, but just one of those little things. You know, we have to... I'm trying to gas these guys up so I like them, but I will also point out their flaws as well. And just another little example of him being a little too aggressive there. There's a sack and an interception coming up next, which he's not involved in, so I don't want the video to be uber long. So we're just going to try and work our way through them. That's the interception there. Right, so we've got a run play here at free safety. This is another good run stop with a low tackle. He watches it well as the runner comes to him. So again, this is just another lesson in run defense from Haulcy here. We'll play it through again and then we'll show you from the back. Patient, patient, patient. Sees the running back, gets it, comes up. Nice low tackle. Does get knocked back for his trouble, but the running back don't get no more past him. So you can see, drops back, but then he sees the handoff, even through the ref. There's a little gap. Watch how he's going to break up. Doesn't overcommit in either direction. Keeps a good base. Bang. Brings him down. Helps him with, I think that's Mansour Delane with him there. That's Cooley again. But it's just good run defense from your free safety. Hang on. I've gone too far. This is a pass play at the end of the half. He's not involved in it. This is just a half-time run, y'all. So we're just going to work our way through it. Nothing to see here. The screen doesn't go very far. Right, this is the start of the second half. First play of the second half. This is a run plays at free safety. You're going to see Reed break contain with an escort, and AJ is faced with 6'7", 340-pound Demetrius Crownover, who proceeds to pancake him. I've just noted in my notes here, everybody gets got in college. And yeah, there's not much you can do. There's not many safeties who are going to stand up against this guy. But just watch, he's sat there nice and patient, but Crownover comes up, bush. Absolutely gets him, but every college player gets got. And this is what I mean when they say they get got. Watch him come up. To be fair, it's good stuff. You can see, again, he's identified running back... Marcel Reed has the ball in hand. So you can see he's already diagnosed where the ball is. Look, the rest of the LSU defense is nowhere to be seen. But then, big old Demetrius Crown over here. Up he comes. What am I going to do? Buff. I'm not gonna hold any points to him. Most safeties in college football, there's not many who are gonna ride that challenge out. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for that one. Next, we've got a pass play at free safety. He drops and helps against Craver on the go route. Then you'll notice him break wide when he sees the QB rolling out. That helps defend Roman Hemby on an inside break, provides support for the boundary corner. The throw ends up being incomplete. But again, this is his positioning. This is his IQ to help his teammates. You're going to run it through, and you might not see a lot here to begin with. But just watch how he comes across. Craver on the go route there. Then breaks out wide, helps with Roman Hemby. He's in a position to help if needed. Now, this might be one of those plays where you think Anthony's talking out his arse here, but I'd like to think I'm not. He knows what he's doing. So again, throw is made, and look, you've got Craver coming through on the go. Haulcy's here helping out just in case the quick throw comes out to him. Not needed. You're going to see Roman Hemby come across on the... Because watch, he's rolling out here. Look how the QB's rolling out. Look what Haulcy does. He's rolling out already with the QB. But because of where he is, look at the position he's in. So QB wants to throw to Roman Hemby. Can't do it because Haulcy's in his passing lane here. And if he tries to throw across field, either one of these two guys are picking it off. But his eye's also on his boundary corner with the receiver out in this direction. So that if the ball's thrown to this guy and this man misses, Haulcy is in position to go make a play on the ball. But the throw ends up getting grounded anyhow. But again, Haulcy reads so well. Like, Marcel Reed is very tricky. Now, look, he's already seen there's a handoff here. Reed is already leaking out to the right. Haulcy can see exactly where he's going. And he's following him. And again, you see from here, what's Reed got at the top? He's got Roman Hemby here, but he's going to have to throw it in this area to get it to him. Haulcy is waiting, and Haulcy can break on that ball and intercept it. If he goes out here with his boundary corner, Haulcy can come across and make the play if his corner misses. But it just ends up getting dirted. But again, one of those plays where you don't have an impact on it, but you're watching. For me, it's just high IQ stuff. He knows where to be to make the best play at all opportunities, even if the ball does not come in his direction. We've got a run play here. He's at free safety, as you can see. Reads the fake handoff perfect as he crashes down on the QB keeper. But one of his players gets stack blocked into him, so he can't make the play. But again, we're looking at the play recognition. We'll watch it through in full. Watching his eye, comes outside, but gets stack blocked. And the tackle's made before he can get there. But we're not watching about the impact he's having on the play. We're watching what he's doing. So watch. Very intently watching the handoff. Sees the QB keeper. Look, he's already changed direction. You can see the QB's got the ball. He's already changing direction to come outside. But Cooley's going to get stacked onto him. And you can see here, at this point, he's in a position to go make a play on the ball if he wants to. But because he's stack blocked, it takes the energy out his run and he can't do it. So that's unfortunate for him. But again, it's just such good recognition from him. He just doesn't get fooled by any of these fake handoffs. And you can see a lot of the LSU defenders do. He just watches like a hawk. There we go, handoff. And already, yep, out he goes. You see, one guy's missed it. Cooley has missed it slightly. But yeah, it's a good stack block from the tight end, to be honest. Takes two out the play, allows his quarterback to go get a few more yards than he needs to. Right, he's not involved in the next few plays, so we can skip a minute or so. Just a load of run plays run here away from him. Not a lot he can do. You can see he's just stood at free there, hanging around. But then there is a run play here, so he's at free safety again, and this is another great run stop from him. So the ball is handed off to Craver, who is in motion on the crosser, and he makes a beeline for the pylon. Haulcy again diagnoses and picks up the play quick, and watch the unreal speed to get across field and get to the boundary first to shove him out of bounds to save the touchdown. This is one of his most impressive plays in terms of his speed. You can see him at 3. Craver is going to come across in motion and take the handover and dart for the pylon here, and he's got a rushing advantage. But look how Haulcy hauls ass across field and bang, big tackle there at the end. And this is even more impressive from this angle when you see just how quick he is. Watch here, the handoff, and already you can see the handoff to Craver, foot in the ground, working his way out right. And just look how quick he goes across, gets through traffic, and bang, tackle out of play. It's just so impressive from either angle. This is the play before. But I just want to show you it again, just to show. We talk about range of a safety with range. This is a safety with the ultimate range. He's got such speed to him, and the way he picks it up. So you watch here, handoff, and you can already see, whoop, making his way across. But Craver's at full speed here, pretty much. But look, Haulcy's still adjusting. Craver's fully in motion. He's got blockers out here on these two men. And just watch how quick he sticks his foot in the dirt, never loses sight of the ball, and a big booming tackle at the end. It would be easy for him to overshoot because he's going so quick. Once more, across he goes. Bang, out you go. Not on my watch, sunshine. Again, just safety play that you could watch all day long and adore. So yeah, that's the speed we talk about. You know, athleticism of your safety, run support, tackling, everything you want from him. Hang on, let me just work out where I'm at next. The next one is a false start. So we're just going to, can't do that, sunshine. It's not a touchdown. Just going to roll through this one. But you've seen how many plays he's made in the red zone already, AJ Haulcy. Like, he makes clutch plays when his defense is under cosh, and no more so than here. 2nd and 6 at the 7, they're within the 10 again. This is another run play with him at free safety, so another big run stop. Shows great feet to mirror Marcel Reed, who's running directly at him, and puts him away with a decisive, well-executed tackle to stop the touchdown. So Reed's gonna, so you can see he's here at free safety. Reed is gonna break through the interior, and just watch how he waits, bides, takes his time, comes up and finishes it off. Boom. Big tackle. You ain't going nowhere, Marcel Reed. And it's just how his patience. See, he's waiting. He's in coverage at the minute, but you can just see, he can see the play, how everyone's getting sealed off. And then just look how he already breaks in. You can see the QB is hitting this gap and he's coming through. And just watch how he mirrors the footwork. Reed is coming out left here. Haulcy, foot in the ground, coming across. Bang, big tackle. And you know, I've talked about one of his weaknesses maybe been his footwork against some quicker players and that. But in the red zone, he has the athletic ability where it's more of a big open field issue. When it's in the red zone and it matters, you see there how he mirrored Marcel Reed's run and just read it perfectly. And look here, sticks his foot in the ground to go right to stop Reed coming this way, but then just changes direction so quick. And in he goes. Only 2 yards for Marcel Reed there. It's a wonderful play. But unfortunately, they're unable to keep them out. This is a rushing touchdown from Reed this time. Haulcy's at free safety. He drops back to throw, and Haulcy, in a very rare occurrence, turns his back to go into coverage. Reed then spots a gap and dashes into the end zone. It's not often you'll see Haulcy turn his back, but I think with it being in the red zone, he feels compelled to. You can see he drops. Haulcy turns his back, looks at the receiver. Reed in the end zone. And it's just really rare where this happens. And I think you can literally say it's because Haulcy turns his back. Reed sees and he's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to have a go at this. But, I mean, it's not bad work from Haulcy. I mean, you watch, and Reed's throwing to throw there. You see, his eyes are on him. He's looking. He steps up. And then Haulcy sees these two receivers coming over and thinks, yep. And look, Haulcy turns his head to look at these guys and look at Marcel Reed. He sees a gap. He sees Haulcy with his back turned. Thank you very much. I'm going in. Now again, I'm not going to blaming that on Haulcy is tough. Because as you can see, Reed has dropped back, he's in the pocket, and he spots two receivers open in the end zone and rightfully goes to tackle them. That's just good manipulation from Marcel Reed there, though. Is able to move Haulcy and then take advantage of him not being there. Marcel Reed is a hella good QB. But you can see, from Haulcy's angle here, watch. He watches, and Reed's fixated on these two receivers down here, who you can see. His eyes are fixed. And look, Haulcy just turns his head and goes, right, that's where I'm going. And he goes, and then the gap's there. No one can react in time. I'm back a feeble effort to try and keep him out, but that's more a good play from Marcel Reed at that point. Next up, we've got a run play. He's at strong safety, shadows the tight end on a crosser, but he sees the QB break contained, turns on a dime, and uses his burst to seal the gap he's trying to hit, to force him out wide, out of bounds. This could have been a big gain. This is, again, it's all from him watching the quarterback on what he does here. We'll show it full. You'll not be able to see it as well from here. But watch how he's going to shadow the tight end. But then, look, turns on a dime, gets in that gap, forces the QB out wide, stops him getting a first down. So he's on this tight end here, I believe, just in front of 12. And you'll see Cooley's just at the edge of the shot there. And watch how he shadows him on a crosser. So here we go. He's shadowing this guy here on a crosser, because he's going to be passed off. And look, at this point, he is full speed running to the right here. Marcel Reed is still looking to throw. But then look, he sees Marcel Reed break contain through these two defenders here. Foot in the ground already, but look at this gap Reed has to hit here. This is a big gap that he's potentially got, and look how quickly Haulcy seals it off. Here he is, a couple of seconds after foot in the ground going in the other direction. Here he is, Marcel Reed. Uh-oh, that gap is closing. This guy's closing it. Haulcy's closing it. What does he do? Forces Reed to run vertically upfield and allows the defense to get back into position, where his gain is minimal compared to what it could have been. But again, just look at his athleticism and his speed and his recognition. Look, here he is. This is where he first sees Reed potentially going through, and he's still running to the right at high speed. And just look how quick he turns on a dime and already chasing down the QB, and Reed's like, yeah, I've got to move. My gap's closing. And look how close he is. Forces the guy out and allows the defense to rally to the ball, and it's a good tackle to stop the first down. For me, that's just outstanding recognition from the safety, and the ability to turn on a dime and close that gap against dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL. That is invaluable to stop them truly breaking contain and putting those big runs down on you. I just love the play so much from him. Next up, we've got a run play with him at strong safety. Again, navigates the traffic really well to be in a position to make a play if he needs to, but he doesn't. But again, we're watching what he's doing. So here he is up at strong, and just watch, not on a tackle. He there, comes in, gives a little bit at the end, but it's his ability not to get caught up on a big lineman. You can see him just here at the top. And again, watch him, what's happening. Watch where he is. He's seen the handoff. He's not on a man. He's still, everyone else getting blocked. Look at Haulcy, the free man who's avoided all that traffic. And there he is. The ball is in this little scrum here. And stops it going any further. But, you know, people may not say it's an ability, but that ability to be able to keep yourself free in the play. Too many guys would just run into the scrum there and get caught onto a block. And if the ball grows loose, you can't do much about it. But him, he's free it allows him to position himself exactly where he needs to be to work that system. So it's great work and recognition there from him again. This is a run play. He shadows the motion man, but he's not involved, so we can kind of just run through this, but you're going to see him here. Good speed to follow the motion man, but the run goes in the other direction. Could say Craver got a little bit of a jump on him there, but Haulcy's watching. He knows it's a run. He knows he doesn't need to track. You see, it's good speed from him. Good run from Reed as well. Well, it's not Reed, it's the running back that time. Another pass play here at free safety. This is a touchdown. It's a screen throw away from Haulcy, and he has to fight through 2 blocks to get to the ball, but it slows him down enough to stop him getting to the runner. It's a well-designed play from them. You see, comes up, thinks it might be a run. He's on the tight end here, 17, if he needs to. But the screen goes out, and you can see him here. He's got the tight end blocking him. He's got a receiver blocking him. Ball's on the outside here. Fights through 1 block, fights through 2 blocks, but just doesn't have enough time to get there to make a play, and it's a touchdown. Not really much Haulcy can do on this one, to be fair. Let's say, sticks well in coverage there, but then has to fight his way through. Nearly makes it, but not quite. If it had been 5 more yards, you may have had half a chance there. Right, we're into the last 5 minutes now. We've got another run play. He's at free safety again. More superb run diagnosis from him. He does not move a muscle until he sees where the handoff has gone. As soon as he sees that the quarterback still has it in hand, he spots the gap the QB is trying to hit, puts the burners on, and arrives with the big run stop as he tries to get through it. I mean, this for me is just next level stuff. Again, just watch him. We'll run it through. He's not moving a muscle. Then he sees where the ball is, hits the gap where the quarterback is, and bang! Once again, such a good tackle. You can see it much better from here. Watch out. Here we go. Not moving. Still not moving. Where's the ball? I don't know where the ball is. Ball's in the quarterback hands. Watch him. Eyes. He can already see the quarterback's got the ball. He's not done by the fake like this lineman here is. And watch how quick he moves. Identifies, crashes downfield, big tackle to help stop the quarterback going any further. Again, this is just what I want from my safety. Have I gone back way too far? No, I've not. So yeah, you can just see it from this point. Just look how little he moves. So he's not committed himself. He can come up against the running back, or he can head out wide against the QB. As soon as he does, that closing speed to get in there, big hit, down he goes. I mean, it's just, I say it's next level IQ, it's high level IQ. Again, he always knows where the ball is. This is where he's at, and he's got a clear line of sight to where that ball is. And he's already on the move. Helps with the tackle, seals that gap. In a league that's full of motion and fake handoffs and stuff like this, Haulcy's going to thrive with his ability to knock these down and to understand what's going on. We've got a pass play here, is at free safety. He's not involved, but again, we're watching his closing speed to help his teammates if they're needed. You see him there, organising the show. And look where he is. Ball short. You can see him already breaking in to help if need be. Doesn't need to. It's good tackle, but look, he's at the ball. Already at the ball. Tackle's only just been made. He's there to help. It's his reaction skills that you look for there. Again, look how far he is back. Just surveying. And then, ball's coming out. He's already foot in the ground, ready to make a break here and help. Up he goes. He's not even running fully there. He's just, in case the man breaks the tackle, he's just steadily, he's not overcommitting himself, which is good, because you see him be a little over-aggressive sometimes. For me, this is where he's not too over-aggressive. You can see here he is, where the ball's made. He's in a good position, nice and easy. Still not committed, just in case this guy breaks. He's there to cover. But then he's got a teammate already there. But the fact is, where the ball is, Haulcy is. This is a run play he's not involved in, so I'll work my way through it. I think here, if I remember rightly now, this is a run play. Again, he's a little too aggressive downhill against the run. He allows the running back to hit the outside and get down to the 3. So you're gonna. This is a rare one for him. You've seen most of the run play stuff has been good. This is just a little example of where he gets a little bit too antsy. You see him come in, fires his way in, running back just hits the edge, and it's a good saving tackle at the end, to be fair. Yeah, you don't see this. As I say, this is the first time you've seen it in this thing. So again, it doesn't matter me too much. You can see him coming in here, and at the end, he's got a decent angle at this point. He can hit the outside, he can hit the inside, but you just see him commit a little too much inside, and you can already see he's trying to slow himself down, and the block's made, and it's just overcommits by a step there. So I say that's one of the things with him. You've seen a few plays where he has been a little overly aggressive, but against the run in this format, that's the first time you've seen that. So I can live with that. I can really well live that with him. And then he makes up for it here. So we've got another run play. You see him back here at 3. This is another great red zone stop from him. He does not dive into the scrum. He waits for the handoff, then he rallies to the ball at the 1. He shows great strength to hold the runner up. We'll show it through in full. You see him just at the top here. But watch how he doesn't commit. And then the running back comes up, and he's the one there. You can see him fighting, holding it up. That is, again, I've lost track of how many plays he's made in the red zone. But just watch. Everyone else is in the scrum here. Look at him. Not in the scrum. Not in with all these guys here. What's he doing? He's looking where the ball is. Where's the ball? Running back's got the ball. What can he now do? He can come make a play because he's not tied up. And watch here. Bang. 2 of them at the 1 yard line. And you can see Haulcy here. Haulcy got his man. He's the one stopping him getting into the end zone. Look at the strength he shows to. He pulls him up and pushes him backwards so he can't fall into the end zone. You can see it better from the back view. But this is just, again, for me, it may look a little, but it's tremendous. Look how every other LSU defender is in the scrum there. Obviously, Cooley's on the edge here, which is fine. But Haulcy himself, he's not involved here, which allows him to get in. And you see the running back try and dive, and Haulcy's like, nope, just picks him up, pulls him back. You ain't going nowhere, sunshine. Honestly, that is one of my favourite plays, just because you see too many guys just throw themselves into a scrum at the 1 yard line and hope. That is brains. Just waiting that extra split second to see where the ball is, because if he doesn't see that, the running back's going to dive in and get the touchdown on that play. So, you know, there you go. But sadly, they do run in the touchdown on the next one. So, but they take Haulcy out the play here. They have a man in motion, which is quite well done, and Haulcy is moved out the equation because he's got a watching coverage. Watch how the motion man, watch how Haulcy comes out to him, just in case the run goes out there. Then the run just goes down the middle. Good design. Not much Haulcy can do there. He's doing his job. And that is that. I think we've got one more play left to show you of him. I think it's one more. Oh no, we have 3. We have 3. Sorry. This has been a long one, but I just want to try and show you and appreciate how good this kid is. He is absolutely superb, and I know safety isn't the biggest need for the Lions, but if we got him, I would be absolutely ecstatic. A run play is up in the slot this time. Shadows the tight end in motion, but again, never takes his eye off the ball, sees the runner, and plugs the gap he's trying to hit and makes the tackle, just like we said a minute ago. Watch him in coverage. You can see he's up here. I don't know whether that's strong or slot. I'm not a good positional guy. But just watch. Shadowing the tight end who's in motion. But never takes his eye off the ball. Look, he's the one making the tackle right in the middle there. We see this a bit better from the back this time. Haulcy's just off screen to the edge. And watch the man in motion come across. I'll slow it when he's in frame. Here's the tight end. Here's Haulcy. But what's Haulcy doing? He doesn't care about the tight end who's coming into block. His eyes on the ball. And look how he's not in the traffic again. Everyone's getting blocked. Block, 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 block. Haulcy not blocked. Running back, trying to hit this gap in the middle here. Who arrives to tackle him? See ya, boy. That's AJ Haulcy right there. Again, this is 42-18 at this point to Tamu. And he's still making plays for this defense. He doesn't quit. He carries on making plays right till the end of the fourth quarter. Again, let's just appreciate it. Here he is. He's the only guy not getting blocked in this system here. And the running back, he can see. Running back's hitting this gap. What does he do? Straight in. Good, strong tackle. Is there any yak there? No, there isn't. No yak whatsoever. We've got 2 plays left, which is towards the end of this. Let me just try and find them. So we're deep in the fourth quarter now. It's not this one. So run play is not involved. There's 2 run plays left. Again, the dude takes an absolute battering in this, but he carries on going right till the end. He's not involved in this run play. It's just a gutted run up the middle. Let's just wait till we get there. Here we go. Last 2. He's a run play. He's at free safety again. Handoff on the end around away from Haulcy. And once again, you see him cover the whole field to get across and make the covering tackle. And this is with the game lost. So here he is. You're going to see man in motion. Here he is, 18. And just watch how Haulcy, handoff, crossfield, crossfield, crossfield. Up he comes, bang. Finishes it off with aplomb. I mean, it's just such good recognition here. Oh, that's the one from before. Let's not make this any longer than it has to be. This is the one. You can see, and again, it's just recognition of play. And look, handoff's made. He's already heading in the direction he needs to. Covers the field really well. Up, of course it goes. Doesn't overcommit either. Just look how he slows a little bit. He's been a little over aggressive on some plays. You'll see him coming across. There he is. Watch how he comes across. And watch how he just slows a little bit. Doesn't want to overcommit in case of the cutback. And then when he knows where he's going, head down, bang. You ain't going no further. And then we've got the very last play of the game. One final run play for you, again at free safety. One final run stop for him. Again, IDs the handoff. Uses his speed once again to plug the gap. Delivers another hard-hitting stop. And they're 24 down at this point, but just one more for measure. Here he goes. And again, we're watching. Stays still. IDs the play. Runs downfield. Whew. Huge hit. This is the man who once had 22 tackles in a game for Houston. I think it was an FBS record at one point. And this is astounding. He plays like this, and he has played 48 games in 4 years over college. No serious injuries. 12 games every year. The man is Mr. Durable. And again, look, he hasn't moved to this point. He's waiting. Is it going to be with Reed? Out to the left. Do I need to go out and get Reed? No. Running back's now got the ball. I can make my move. Look where the gap's appearing. And look how he just charges downhill. Running back is about to break in through this nice little gap here. Oh, sorry, no you're not. Bang. This is Mr. AJ Haulcy, and I just knocked you the F out. And there we have it. We have the end of the AJ Haulcy film. Let's just get this monitor off. So what do you think? For me, I was watching this, and I had just had a massive smile on my face the entire time I was watching this film. For me, AJ Haulcy is a phenomenal prospect. I don't know how there are 6 prospects better in this draft at the safety position than him. Personally, he's one of the best. He might be the best in the long run at the NFL level. You know, I know Tyneman and that are good, but as again, we talk about what is his strengths, the IQ. You've seen again and again and again his ability to read plays, all the fake handoffs, the misdirection. He doesn't actually get done by any of them. The only time he doesn't make plays on some of these is when he's a little too aggressive, coming downhill to take them on, but they never actually fool him with any of these, because you see he sits in his pocket at free safety, he watches, he observes, and the second he knows what's happening, which is as soon as the play's happening, he makes his move. He doesn't think twice about it. It's the instinct you want from your free safety. But you've seen he can play up at strong. There are some issues with the coverage, just a little bit of hesitation here and there. The footwork is a little funky against some of the really twitchy, fast receiver skill types. But most safeties are like that, really. There's not a lot of truly great safeties who can match up with, your Devon A-chains and your stuff like that in terms of their footwork and their changeability and that. But we look for the 5 skills we said with safety. Athleticism, you've seen that in spades. Like, the athletic ability for him to change on a dime, hunt down mobile quarterbacks, cross the entire field to make a play at breakneck speed. His range is absolutely phenomenal. The athleticism is not in question at all. The IQ and the communication, you can see on plays, he's pointing out plays, he's moving his defense around, he's moving around himself when his defense is asking him to. You've seen when men in motion are taking defenders out the pocket, he's moving up into the slot to replace them. It's just all those little things. He sees everything on the field. He's got the IQ that you want. Again, the ability to read the fake handoffs, the ability to not overcommit to a play, that is IQ. That is watching the play. That is seeing what you want from him. For me, it's phenomenal. The IQ, the communication is great. The tackling and the run support. Did you see him miss a tackle? No. Did you see tackles that were well executed? Yes. The running backs didn't get yards after contact with him. He stonewalled them. He stopped them dead. They might get a yard, but the fact is he didn't hit them and they fall forward for 3 or 4 yards. He hit them and they fell backwards. They wouldn't move, and the tackles were perfectly executed every time. There was not a single missed tackle in that game. For me, the tackle's good. The run defense was phenomenal. In the red zone, you've seen in the red zone, his red zone defense is some as good as I've ever seen from a safety, really. And he's done this over his entire career, so that's there. The ball skills, the playmaking ability, you've seen that. 10 interceptions, 15 pass breakups in college. His ball hawk ability for that interception to bait the quarterback into throwing at him, just hiding behind the ref, breaking on the ball at the last moment, trying to lure the quarterback into a false sense of security. When he'd done it 2 plays earlier and the quarterback had thrown it over him, the quarterback then decided to get a bit frisky and have a go at him and challenge him, and he made him pay. He has ball making ability. The pass breakup early in the game, he breaks on it from so far away from where the tight end is, and gets in front and breaks the pass up. He has that ball skill that you look for. He's got the playmaking ability that you look for, not just as a pass catcher, not just as a in coverage, but as a run defender. The coverage is maybe the only thing you could say was lacking. The tight end got him a couple of times. He got faked out by the running back on the wheel route and wasn't quite sure where to go. But when he was in coverage and did it well, it looked good. The coverage is there. He's clearly got the speed to keep up with these nifty tight ends and running backs. He's got the coverage ability to do it. It's just the feet and the over-aggression can sometimes be a little bit finicky with him. But for me, for everything else he brings to the table, I'll live with that. I will live with a strong hitting safety who can absolutely just go nuts and will just make plays again and again and again and again. And I did the biggest crime of all when I did this. I forgot to mention his vitals in terms of his weight and size. So if you just bear with me one moment, because, I want to do these properly. I bought AJ Haulcy is 6 foot, 222 pounds. He plays like it. He uses that entire 222 frame to great effect, but he runs like he's 180. And as you've seen there, then, there's just nothing I don't love about this kid. And with Kirby having his knee issues that he has, with Brian having the Achilles tear, I think he's a perfect complement to what Detroit's about. He is athletic. He is a playmaker like Kirby is. He can get the interceptions, but it's that run defense. That run defense, I challenge you to find a safety who can provide you better run defense than that in this draft. I don't think you can. And we're talking about AJ Haulcy as a day 2 pick here. And if Mel Kiper's right and there's 6 better safeties in front of him, he could fall into round 3, which would be criminal. If a situation happens like with Branch where he falls to the Lions close enough with that 2nd round pick, I am quite happy to go out there and get him. Honestly, I think he's a fantastic player. So that is AJ Haulcy and your introduction to him, Mr. Give Me That. And if, we did that in the draft and we got him, then give me that indeed. But as always, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about him? Is there anything I've missed and got wrong? Because I'm just an amateur doing this, and I've probably butchered the position he's played a billion times. But yeah, any feedback would be much appreciated. Let me know what you think about him. And then, we will see you for the next one. This is the first in the edition of Prospects of the Round Table, the Brit with Grit's high table of his favourite draft prospects. And AJ Haulcy, you take your seat, sir. You have earned it. I love me a good safety. That is all for me today. I shall see you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. And one pride worldwide.